See it? Right front left of it is a paint can. Let's see what happens. Can we get that and bring that to me? What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that up here and I'm going to pass it around. Be very careful how you handle it because it's going to have jagged edges on it and you can cut yourself. Okay? But that's what, just this little thing, in the old days, you went out to Colorado or some of these mining communities, you'd probably find these on the ground. With the situation with explosives nowadays, you know, this stuff is policed and pretty much maintained. But if you come across this, this is something you think it's not that big and bad, but it can hurt you. And with it being electric, that's why you see us wearing cotton out here and stuff like that. Static electricity could pop it off. You ever heard phones turned off and all that kind of stuff, you know, because that's something else. This was just a regular paint can. Still is a regular paint can, except for I would hold it at the top and just pass it around so we do. Some of the pictures I saw was kind of gruesome a little bit. Yeah, there was a Marine that actually took a cat. What I heard the story with it, and it blew his face. I mean, you look at his face and you couldn't even. I don't know why he had his mouth, but you couldn't even see what his face looked like. Something to really pass it on down, make sure everybody sees it. Any questions so far? All right. Next shot will be a letter bomb. When you think of a bomb, you think of something that needs to be square like a box, or explosive that needs to be round, which looks like this, right? What do you think about something like this? Does that look like explosive?
No.
Pass that around. That's data sheet, okay? And what we're going to show you here is if someone got a letter, they wanted to hurt somebody with this data sheet, what it can do. And all this is, it has a blasting cap in the data sheet. Are you ready? Okay, the letter bomb, you see the yellow envelope on the target stand? By the other tall cone. On to the left. You see it? Give me a 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. I get the pop.
Whoa.
And the piece that I put in there was maybe just a little bit bigger than that. Just a little, maybe a ½ inch wider, ½ inch longer. Boom. That can ruin your day. Okay. Shot number 4 is dynamite. We all saw what dynamite was. Pass it around. Not real. You won't see nitroglycerin based dynamite pretty much anymore. And if you do, don't touch it, call us. And usually it's been sitting out, it sweats. And it gets real dark. That's why you can see that wouldn't even be nitroglycerin based dynamite because it gets real dark and it'll start sweating. All right, dynamite. A little more powerful. What do you think?
You can see it pop and then the sound comes.
Okay, the next shot is what we call a binary. A lot of times we'll get explosives. It may not be explosive. It's 2 items come together. This one's aluminum powder, and it's actually methane, nitromethane, which is a liquid. Separately, they're non-explosives. You can actually melt them in the UPS or whatever, no problem. When they come together, when you mix them together, then they become an explosive. And this tube is actually a little bit smaller than that dynamite stick. Next cone over, helix. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's what you need to crack the windows out here, or they won't get cracked. That was Helix. Next is C4. I'm sure we've all heard of C4. It actually looks just like this inside the blocky wood. No way you could tell if you were just holding it. This is really rigid, stiff. C4 actually is almost like a hard Play-Doh. Play-Doh is more pliable and bend. You have to move it a little bit more, but that's how you can tell the difference. It looks just like that.
This one's gonna be loud.
You can't eat it.
Not dip Sherlock.
We're talking about 26,400 feet per second for this movement. So this is what you're gonna feel here. This is a full stick of dynamite. So this is gonna be what you'll see. I want you to see if you can notice this. You've heard a boom. This will be more of a crack. See if you can pick up on that. Whenever you're ready. Next one over. C4. Did you get it? You heard the boom, but you could hear a little bit of a crack in there. When we get rid of bad things, when people want us to go get rid of, we use that as a counter charge. That's a good stuff for us.
You see the web still?
Okay. Next thing, you ready, Keith? Line, hold on, Keith, hold on. Line down, just make sure you're ready. Next thing is, looks like a regular clothesline, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually an explosive. This is called, pass this around. Now, what I want you to see is, take a look at it. I want you to look at the very back. Y'all see it run across the back?
Yeah.
I thought that was a
we are
fence.
actually capped in, meaning that we have the primary charge put to it on one side or the other. My question to you, what side do you think we're capped in on? The right side or the left side? Raise your hand if you think it's the right side. Raise your hand if you think it's the left side. Nobody, y'all didn't vote. Come on, let's do it again. Right side, raise your
I
hand.
don't understand the question.
Okay, remember I told you about the explosive train that you have to put a primary charge to the next charge to make it go off? Okay, that's called capping in, meaning that's where the charge starts. Do you think we're started on the right hand side, or do you think we're started on the left hand side? Take a guess.
Left.
Okay, let's see if we can tell. Now go. Too fast, didn't it?
No. Yeah. No, it started from this
It
side.
went this way.
Why do you say that?
Because it disappeared that way. And then
You got really fast eyes then. Because that moves about 22,000 feet per second.
I just looked at the light.
So that's pretty quick, isn't
So was it left or right?
it? Right.
Yeah.
Does anybody understand what I'm talking about though? When we start a charge, it's got to start somewhere. This is the primary charge. We actually put it on another charge to make it go. We just can't just put a big charge out there, you know, and put a match to it and blow it up. That's what I'm saying.
So it's like a fuse to.
That's a type. That's old school. But that's what I'm talking about. Where does it start? Okay, the last shot I want to do, and I just want you to watch, we've actually mixed gasoline and deck cord. So that if you got your cameras ready, this is the one that you want to get ready to start filming. And take a look at it because it's going to be pretty neat. Can you see the milk jugs out there? See them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, just watch that, put your cameras on that, and take a look at that. On you.
It just got hot.
That's what we call the Hollywood stuff. That has nothing to do with what we do work-wise, as in getting rid of stuff. This is to show you if you mix explosive, kind of stuff that if you could get in my line of field, you go out and work in Hollywood, stuff you can get involved in and make big money and have fun doing. It's something that y'all can, things you got to see, and hopefully you got it taped. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
The letter bomb one,
Yeah.
I don't understand how that would just explode if someone.
Okay. What they would do, there's things bad guys can, just like you would, without going into great detail, because I don't want to go into great detail of that kind of stuff. It'd be just like you walking into a room, turning a switch on, lights come on. Just leave it to your imagination how bad guys can make things. There's ways that you're going to open the package, right? Bad guys know that. So they're going to make something, some type of switch device. And when you open that up, it's going to open that circuit, and it's going to sit. You got to have a battery. You have a battery also. It's going to go to the detonator and pop the charge.
So there has to be a battery attached to it.
You got to have some type of. You have to have an explosive. You have to have a switch, and you have to have a battery switch and a charge. Some type of wiring too. Actually, basic charge or basic model. I didn't want to go into too much detail because we're not here to make criminals or bad people. We're just going to tell you what. Yeah, it's because of this. It's the gasoline is sitting on top of the jet.
So you primarily deal with
That's stuff we deal with. If it starts to go into the fire side, Molotov cocktail. We deal with things that go buried.
He's looking.
Any other
now.
questions? Yes, sir.
How long, like, what do you have to study to become this? Like, in college?
Chemistry.
Well, to do what?
Well, to become, like, not a bomb diffuser, but like, how you get rid of stuff, I guess.
Okay. You got two roles. If you want to be a civilian, you're going to have to. Most areas is with the police department. You're going to have to go to the police department, go through the regular FTO training, to be a patrol. I don't know if they'll talk about that. To be a police officer, and then you're going to have to put in for the bomb squad. At that point, you're selected. Then you go to the basic school, which is about 6 weeks, up in Huntsville, and then after that, you're actually a bomb tech. You get on a unit that's certified, but then you go to multiple. You're always going to different courses that the federal government starts, because you're actually part of the federal system. They're the one that train you, and they're the one that we keep our certifications with. Okay, so that's one route. The other route, if you want to go in the military, then you got to go through basic training and get selected for EOD, which all the armed forces have it. I don't think the Coast Guard has it. And then you go through theirs, which is a lot longer. We're talking years. The basic is a year there because they have to learn all the hand grenades and stuff throughout the world, because you're dealing with other militaries and stuff like that. But we do train with them, and they train with us, and we have to work with them. So those are two routes. And if you go to the federal,